Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Yesterday, Fubara commissioned an 11.8 meters road in Omuma, but he didn't stop there. He took time to explain the history of the road, made mention of what happened or what has been taking place in that arena, spoke about the history of that area, how that place has been abandoned. That video did not sit well with the supporters of the Wike, that the FCT minister, as they took time to get a throwback video of the same Fubara in Omuma during his campaign, build-up of his campaign to become the governor, how he praised the government of the day, which is FCT minister, the present FCT minister, the then governor of Rivers State, Wike, of doing a lot of good governance and, bringing in infrastructure, peaceful governance in Omuma, and, how Omuma people are enjoying governance. Fast forward, now he's the governor. He's saying the opposite, according to the ProWike supporters, who took time to literally speak against Fubara. But it looks like a lot of Riverians are not having it. Literally, Fubara is raising Riverians who are now core supporters. I'm not talking about some set of persons, core supporters, and also not limiting to even traditionalists. But let's go dive into the news to find out exactly what it is. But before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel. And a 94 years old monarch, His Royal Highness Atkason Igoni, has called the governor of Rivers State similarly Fubara high in performance and leadership style since he assumed office over a year ago. Igoni, who is the Amayonabo, that's the king of Abaloma community in Asarutoro local government area of Rivers State, urged the governor to maintain his peaceful disposition and approach to governance. The nonagenarian disclosed this and advised while being conferred with an honorary doctorate in community leadership and chieftaincy administration by the Divinity Seminary of Theology and Management at a ceremony held in Port Harcourt in Rivers State. He stated, and I quote him word for word, "The present governor is performing credibly. At the Council of Traditional Rulers, he addressed us and took us to his heart as his fathers. He is performing credibly. I see nothing wrong in his administration. I wish God would bless him and give him more strength and knowledge to see that his subjects do not suffer. Let him perform the way God has directed him. Let him take God's direction so that he will not go astray. We, the traditional rulers, advise him that the patience he has should continue. He shouldn't cease. The peace path he's towing is what God likes. God says, blessed are the peacemakers." The monarch, who had been on the throne for 34 years, also advised his fellow traditional rulers to imbibe the spirit of fairness in all their dealings and endeavors. He ensues that I appeal to my fellow traditional rulers and fellow chiefs to be upright in their dealings with people that they rule over. What brings chaos to a community is unjust judgment. People will see white and call it black. They change it to their will. When you do that, you create problems for yourself and your community. Earlier, the presiding counselor of Divinity Seminary of Theology and Management, that's Professor Stephen Wankwo, said the award bestowed on the monarch was because of his antecedents, including some background checks describing him as a man of honor. Wankwo said, and I quote him, "Today we conferred a degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Community Leadership and Chieftaincy Administration. I went through his antecedents and I got some reports from those who are very close to him, and somebody nominated him. So after assessing everything, I deemed him fit to be honored in this class. They say give honor to whom honor is due. The man, from all his records and experience, is worthy to be given an honor of this class. One who advised traditional rulers in the states to be custodians of peace and justice, admonishing them to rule with equity and fairness. From now, this is getting very interesting. While the ProWike supporters insist that Fubara is not being fair, that he supported Wike when the going was good, and now he's still making a U-turn. But this is a monarch who have ruled, who have been on that stool for 34 years. He has seen it all. He has seen more than 4 governors emerge. If you take the way we rule, 888, the first 28 is 16, another 28 is 32. Okay, so which means give or take 4 governors have emerged. So he has seen their leadership style, and he's commending Fubara for his peaceful demeanor. If you ask me, Fubara is on the right path. And he's saying, look, let's not just take my word for it. Look at what the scriptures say. Blessed are the peacemakers. Fubara deliberately followed peace. Even if they say Fubara is changing his mouth and all that, let's tell ourselves the truth. It's even the people there that said it. That one of them did mention, I think one of the politicians there so did mention, their sons, indigenous sons, did mention that, for a long time, that particular community, that particular area was left in total darkness. No project came to that place. It's very possible. Okay, it's very possible that the governor then, so Wike must have probably been an oversight, being that he was looking at a bigger picture or looking at a place where it will give him better coverage or better popularity or make it more louder. Maybe Omuma was not so big enough for him to get the required attention he wants and decided to go there and leave Omuma. It's very possible. Nobody should take away the fact that Wike in his own days too did some certain things. But give it to Fubara. He's doing quite a lot. It's just that he's not a noisemaker. You can imagine somebody who is running the show, doing roads, constructing schools, rehabilitating hospitals, doing things simultaneously, and indeed mention that he has not borrowed. Because days before now, news went viral that Fubara have moved the debt ratio of Rivers from 8 billion to 203 billion. And say, please go and meet debt management or board office and ask if you've ever borrowed any money apart from the one that was done in Ring Road. They are paying debt. They are contented. Don't forget this is an accountant, a chartered one for that matter. So you understand how to apportion things. Give it to Fubara. You may not like his life, maybe because he didn't dance to your tune, but give it to him. His leadership style, he gives respect to whom respect is due. Don't forget he did mention something very unique and so petty, that the sitting governor, because it's an opposition's arena, and he discovered that particular opposition is at the very doorstep of the opposition. That's where he stopped the road construction, so that there will be darkness. Come on, you are a governor to all, opposition or not. In as much as you're a citizen, then you should have dividend of democracy. But let's hope that the Rivers people will be wise enough in 2027 to do what they feel is right. If not, sorry is your name. That's going to wrap it up.